She had spent the entire night sitting on the edge of her sister's bed, counting breaths, wiping sweat from Lily's forehead, whispering reassurances she wasn't sure she believed herself. The cheap wall clock ticked loudly in the silence, each second reminding her that time was running out. On sleep, on strength, on patience. Lily stirred just before dawn, her breathing finally slowing, the fever easing its grip. Emily pressed her fingers to her sister's wrist and let out a shaky breath of relief. For the first time all night, she allowed herself to lean back against the wall. But relief didn't mean rest. The alarm on her phone buzzed at 6:30 a.m., cruel and unforgiving. Emily flinched, quickly silencing it before it could wake Lily. She looked at her reflection in the dark window, bloodshot eyes, pale skin, hair pulled into a careless knot. There was no time to fix any of it. Just a few more hours, she whispered to Lily, setting out medicine and water. I'll be back as soon as I can. She hated leaving. Ever since their parents died, Lily was her responsibility, her family, her reason for pushing through days like this. Missing work wasn't an option. Bills didn't care about sick sisters or sleepless nights. The office was already buzzing when Emily arrived. She slipped into her seat unnoticed, grateful for the anonymity of her cubicle. She drank one coffee, then another, hoping the bitterness would shock her awake. Her fingers moved automatically across the keyboard, opening files, answering emails, pretending she was fine. But exhaustion has a way of seeping through cracks you don't realize are there. By late morning, her vision blurred. Numbers on the screen melted together. The familiar rhythm of work, usually her anchor, felt distant, muffled, like she was underwater. Emily blinked hard, trying to focus. She told herself she could push through another hour. Just one. Her head grew heavy. She rested her elbow on the desk, supporting her chin. The cool surface felt comforting. Safe. For just a moment, she closed her eyes. Only for a second. Emily. The sound of her name snapped her awake. Her heart lurched as she straightened, disoriented. Standing in front of her cubicle was Daniel Harper. Her boss. The man who never missed a detail. The man people feared disappointing more than deadlines. I'm sorry, Emily said quickly, standing up. I didn't mean to. Come with me, he said, his tone unreadable. Every step to his office felt like a countdown to disaster. She imagined the lecture, the warning, maybe even termination. She had seen coworkers escorted out for less. Inside his office, Daniel closed the door and turned to face her. He didn't sit down. Neither did she. Do you often sleep at your desk? He asked. No, Emily replied immediately. Never. This won't happen again. He studied her face for a long moment. You look exhausted. The observation caught her off guard. She had prepared herself for criticism, not concern. I'm fine, she said automatically. Daniel frowned. How long have you been awake? Emily hesitated. Lying felt wrong, but telling the truth felt dangerous. Personal problems were weaknesses in this office. All night, she admitted softly. His expression changed. Why? My sister, Emily said, her voice barely above a whisper. She's sick. She needed someone with her. Does anyone else help you? He asked. She shook her head. It's just me. Silence filled the room, the kind that presses on your chest. You should have taken time off, Daniel said at last. I can't afford to, Emily replied honestly. And she can't be alone. Daniel exhaled slowly, rubbing his temple as if weighing something important. Emily braced herself. Instead, he said, go home. She stared at him. What? Take the day off, he repeated. I'll have HR adjust your hours. You're no good to anyone like this. Emily's eyes burned. Not from exhaustion this time. Thank you, she whispered. As she left the office, she felt dozens of curious glances on her back. By the time she stepped outside into the daylight, her legs were shaking. She didn't know why her boss had shown her mercy. She didn't know what it would mean tomorrow.